Yeah, the horrible
Oh,
I always think of the
yeah.
horse, the racing horse.
sugar.
Shergar, Shergar. It always reminds me of Shergar.
I always think of this that cartoon strip like Hagar the Horrible.
Yeah.
That's brilliant, that was. I used to buy the Sun every day just for that.
You need a life.
I know, but it was good though. It was
It's
worth
about as
it.
bad as her reading Andy Cat.
I used to read that too. But thick books, just loads of them in it.
Yeah.
Handicap, Hagar the Horrible. Oh dear. Got another 10 minutes or so.
So in other words, you've got homework tonight by reading the rest of it for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, well.
So, Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 28. Thou hast played the whore also with the Assyrians, because thou wast unsatiable. Yes, thou hast played the harlot with them, and yet couldst not be satisfied. So, it's another whoredom again, unsatisfied. How many satisfied people, how many unsatisfied people do we have walking around the world?
Millions.
Exactly. Not empty, not happy, sorry, empty. Whoredom brings a spirit of emptiness, not satisfied. I've had 1,000 girlfriends, whatever, and still not satisfied. That's because sin is never satisfied. It wants that bit more all the time, pushing you. Now, I know people, two in particular, I won't say who they are obviously, but I just can't sleep with enough women. I just can't. And when the spirit of whoredoms comes against you, the church, they're going to say, you've done this, that, and that. And to make everybody, to make things better, you have to do this, and this. You've got to bend to our will. And then if you're weak, you're going to sit there and go, okay, I'll do it. I'll do what you want. But isn't this now right? You bend down to it, right? You're never going to be satisfied. They might say, we tried to bend to their will, but they were never satisfied. Now, how many times have we seen Israel in modern times offer the Palestinians everything they wanted? They've done it. But they're never satisfied. Every time Israel did it, they said no. They weren't satisfied thousands of years ago in the Bible, and they're not satisfied today. There always has to be something more. At one time, Israel offered them 97% of what they wanted. Weren't good enough. 97%. All the conquered land, Israel said, we'll give it all back to you. Not good enough. There was one condition. They had to recognize the existence of Israel. They weren't having that. They had to have everything their way, and then they keep coming back for more and more. And that's how whoredoms always work inside us. Never satisfied. People bounce around from church to church. They go in, not satisfied here. Spirit of whoredoms will not allow people to have peace. Won't allow people to have peace. It doesn't want you to have peace. It ensures you're always empty and keeps you looking for something else. More, I want more, or something different. It's going to make problems. You go to church, settle in. Hey, I like this church, this isn't bad here. And what happens then? Comes along, blows it all apart. Doesn't want you settling anywhere. And if Jesus was speaking from the pulpit, the same spirit would be there. We see that in the New Testament. When Jesus preached in the temple, he went into the temple, read the book of Isaiah, and all the people wanted to do was stone him and kill him. There's a spirit. Right, so if we, I think if we leave it there today now, we've covered a bit, so I think you've got the basic idea of what the spirit does, but of course there's quite a bit more. So if we leave it there today and we'll carry on next week.
I think what it is, it's you've got to get words into your head, because whoredom to me is clutter, and to suddenly have that word used for a different meaning, you've got to get it into your head what it actually means.
You've got to get the different spelling right as well.
Yeah, I think this is whoredoms, not whoredom, as in whoredom.
Oh, that starts with
Whoredom, W-H-O-R-D, or W-H-O-R-D.
That's a
or
well said point.
as in whore, as in prostitution.
Yeah, this is a posh word.
No.
No.
It's because there's a few different things it does,
Yeah.
and each one is classed as whoredom. Because whoredom isn't necessarily prostitution. As it says when I put in a definition, there's the practice of whoring, which is prostitution, and 2, faithless, unworthy or idolatrous practices or pursuits. So it's nothing to do with cluttering or that's the spirit of the clutterbug spirit. I'm waiting for you to laugh.
You still on film? You still on
Oh yes, don't you? Yeah. So that's the clutterbug spirit. Although there might be other spirits doing the same thing with a different name. But yeah, so it's a totally different thing. But I know what you mean. You've got to get your head around it.
But
And
I
that's
will
okay.
say this is lovely. You've obviously looked it up. There's a lot in it, and I appreciate it. Because I thought I'm not coming because he's going to talk whoredom, which means the other thing. And it's interesting. It's
Well,
been interesting.
Like I say, I don't claim any credit for this. I take it from another pastor
Yeah.
because you could play the videos and people here have said they prefer it done this way.
Yes.
So like I say, I don't claim any credit for it. I basically just recorded what or typed out what he's saying and doing it that way. But it's not my work, it's all his.
But because it's here, I listened to a video.
Well,
Did you say 2 minutes ago?
Talk for me,
But
please.
then-
Yeah, right. Well, we're just talking now, right?
Okay, just finish
Would
it.
somebody like to close in prayer?
Father, I do thank you that we've learned a lot. I do thank you, Lord, that Wayne has brought it and Wayne has been sincere in what he's brought. Father, let us take it on board. Let us not just read it, let us take it all in, Lord, and read it throughout the week and let us really know what you're saying. So thank you for this word. It's been beautiful and we praise you for